Audio, can you hear me, crazy man?
Yes, sir, I sure do.
Okay, this is that Pearce Simpson Simba SSB 23 channel radio and a Lone Ranger, Alinco Lone Ranger reverse preamp there. Is it sounding okay?
Right there, forward.
Sound okay, my radio? Go ahead.
There's a foot, the bottom foot, arrows keep knocking down me.
All right, well, just use the sidebar. Grab hold of the sidebar. Do the sidebar.
Mine wasn't yours that time when you had your truck. Mine guess I don't want to turn loose. I ain't gonna get back and get my left new hammer.
Yeah, I was just thinking you might want to take and put like a piece of cardboard under that bottom foot there where it can't go down in there and just squeeze the sidebar.
That's what I've been doing. That's that tap. The hose, when you lock it down and don't want to hear nobody or you want to put a shot, that's what is messing up.
Okay there, Lewis. This is...
That's right, too far down, I can't get back up there.
Yeah, hang on a minute. I got Babaloo on the computer. Yeah, Babaloo, this is a radio just like you took up there. I was able to get one that works. It doesn't work 100%. It works okay. The clock doesn't have a light in it. I'm not worried about that. I don't care about that. I'm thinking about putting a freak meter in there anyway. But I did some work to it. I took the bottom and top off and cleaned all the controls. I put bright white LEDs in it. I'm going to show you how they look. That's the bright white LEDs right there. Audio on the air.
That's the deal for I got from Burger.
Yeah, 10-4. Well, you dropped it the other day, remember?
I just got it on the floor.
Oh, okay. Hello there, semi-crazy in 655. 655. How's it going? Hello, Paul. Hello, Paul. Check out this reverse preamp there, Babaloo. Let me show you. Hello, audio. Got two tubes in it, 35 LR6s, 35 LR6 tubes in it there, Babaloo. Alinco Lone Ranger. Nice little preamp. I don't think the preamp works in it. I think somebody overloaded it. I had to take the bottom off, man. That's where the relay's at. Hang on, I'm talking to the radio. I'll do it anyway. I hooked up this reverse preamp last week, and it didn't want to do anything. It would transmit, but I couldn't hear anything. So I figured it was the relay was dirty. So I tried to get to it, and it was down on the bottom, buried in there, man. It was just buried. They soldered it back in. They soldered everything to it, and I was able to move it enough to where I could get a dollar bill in there and spray a bunch of real good high dollar contact cleaner on it. So the receive came back on it, but the receive preamp inside of it, probably the transistor's gone out. I don't care about that anyway, as long as the amp works. You say it's doing okay, crazy man. Oh, he's gone again. Audio, I'm getting out okay. Hey, Bullseye, tell us what you're talking on.
Who's that? Roger that. It's Bullseye. Appreciate you being on the radio tonight. Talking on my trusty Galaxy DX 2547. 2547. Plug and play. Nothing magical here. Just plug it up. Got my 4 watts coming out of a SolarCon Max 2000 vertical antenna, about 35 feet from the bottom on a pole. Got a Aztec 878 desk mic, but that's what I'm doing tonight.
Roger, well, it's sounding good.
I'd appreciate that. You sounding good too. Crazy Man was sounding good too until he went out.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Maybe this rain's too much because it is pouring down over here.
You got one that just went kapoop. What went kapoop there, Babaloo? What went kapoop?
21 tomorrow.
Yeah, come on. Let me see if I can hear you.
Must got something in his microphone down.
How about that? I fell out there trying to get me to hear. Hang on. How about that fell out there trying to call me break?
Anytime I got loaded up, it's rain outside.
Hello, Smarty Jones. Oh, your 2547 went poop? Okay. Smarty Jones is in the house. Hey, you say hello to Babaloo and Smarty Jones and Paul and Rick and all them out there. And Chuck Crosby. Hello there, Chuck Crosby. That's 52 Mobile there, Crazy Man. Is that you calling us there, Mr. Crosby?
I got a cross station. Where you at out there?
I sprayed that damn volume control. It's still scratching. Not as bad as it was, though.
Coming back to you at 21.
All right, hang on. See if I can turn on another preamp. Oh, I had it on.
529 day. You got a copy on me? I think he got trouble with his ears out here. He can't hear nobody. Hello? Bottom triple, bottom to 04 is hanging up.
Roger that. Crazy Man, I copy you good. I copy you good. Load you on the radio.
Preamp
Yeah,
works.
yeah. Bottom my 04, that stride and feature goes down when you lock it down.
Preamp on this and
Hanging
here.
up on me. There's some,
On this amp.
that's why
It works
I
on
want
this
to turn loose half
on
the
the
time.
air light. But
Copy that.
you don't
Copy that.
transmit
I
long.
picked up me an old antique 104 the other day. Got it up here on my shelf.
Is that what?
You can't hear me?
Got me a D104 mic up on my shelf.
Yeah.
It needs a little bit of work. It's not working, so I got to do some tinkering with it before I can make it work, Roger.
Yep, Roger. I hear you. As you did. I pick it up and I go and my boss, like 21, used to have to do shake it, make it quit.
Yeah, Roger. I opened up the bottom of it. There was a 9-volt battery that looked like it kind of busted a little bit. It's all green inside, so I got to do a little bit of work to it.
Yeah, you better get all that acid out of there, too.
Yeah, Roger. It definitely needs some work to it.
Hello there, 33 Stone Man. What's up? Andrew Electa.
But the main reason I got it was just put it on my shelf and look at it. I just like the way it looks.
Hello
I
there,
got it sitting up on my shelf next to a couple other mics that I like to look at.
Yes, sir.
Might be the driver.
Audio. Audio.
anything like that, so I don't really know what I'm doing with it, but I like to look at them, Roger.
Yeah, 42, Roger. Just is still messing around. I said never came just to home. He always said going all the time, so he must be going out of town to get where she was.
Yeah.
I see him go out there much. I bet you don't go deal for it, quit hanging up.
How about a 52 Mobile? I'll put a tiny bit of fire in the wire there. 52 Mobile 21, trying to get over the noise level there. You can't hear me, crazy man.
I can hear you. He can't hear you. Don't look like he can't hear me. He can't hear you.
Oh. Yeah, just bumped it up a tiny little bit. I was out there fighting in the GX land about a week or so ago, and I'd had some of the stuff turned on, and I didn't have my fan on the pins on one of the 3500Zs as I was running, and it melted one of the pins, so I had been soldered that up, but I didn't put it back in tonight. I had too much going on, and my grandson's over. My wife's mother's going to be leaving on this coming weekend, so trying to spend a little more time with her, and then, because she probably won't be back again.
Hello, Brandon. Take all the time you want. You getting a whole lot of rain over there?
Yeah, it was coming down pretty hard on the CB room, I couldn't really hear it in here. I could hear it outside, though.
That's okay.
Hey, 21, you got a copy on me now there, 21?
Yeah, I got you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you in there now, but I had to move around a little bit. There, you guys.
Yeah, how you doing, man? Good to hear you. Glad I didn't want to have to go inside and get a tube and run a 240 out here.
Yeah, man, good to hear y'all out on the band, man. I ain't want to hog it up there, but I was living with Ian, man. 21, you'll fuck you through
Roger. Well, tell us what you're talking on for old radio night.
this is the Galaxy 959 that's got the amplifier on the back of it, the 175 watt amplifier, and then I got my 515 8 line here with a stereo P5000 there in the mobile.
Roger. Well, I like the way that one sounds there. That one there sounds pretty good. Not muffled up or not sound like you're squeezing every drop you can get out of it,
Yeah, man. Good deal.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'll just tell, I know you want me to tell you you're sounding good or you're not sounding good. It doesn't hurt me if you're not sounding good, but I want you to sound good, right?
Yeah, that's right. You want to know if you start sounding good. Yep, I appreciate that, man. Yours really good too out here, that's for sure.
Yes, old Pearce Simpson, 23 channel Simba. It was one of their big base stations back in the day, their 23 channel. I've been working on it all day. Got new bright LED lights in it and cleaned it up and all kinds of stuff there. Uh-oh, I done dropped my amp done quit on me. All right, let me get out of here. Yeah, come on. Yeah, my amp done dropped on me a little bit. Yeah, 10-4. Is that you, cowboy? Yeah, who is that? Oh, that's Slammer? Who is that crazy man? Oh, Blade Runner. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I had the volume turned down a little bit and something happened to my thing over here. Let me see what's going on. Good to hear you out there, Blade Runner.
I've been having trouble with my J04. Keep locking up on my, so I had to go in and turn up the top bedroom and get that stress down and beat the heck out of it. Y'all sound good out here. F-110, all right, you take care. Have a good one.
Huh, tube must have went out on me. Audio tubes. Hello. Audio. No, it blew the other thing up there. Okay. That's what happened. It knocked out my other box. I was driving it too hard. It knocked out my reverse preamp over here. I'm not putting a fuse in it either. I knew I was pushing it too hard, but anyway, that's what happens. I got this one here. It's doing all right.
They call me a piece of junk deal for trying to lock up on me. I hope it's still talking. Hey, it's still working. Picked up on my minute there. I know the rascal was still talking on it. I have a piece of power from back to work, but you take care of a family and breakfast. I don't blame myself.
Try to squeeze a little more out of here. Hello. Audio. Okay. All I get right there.
I can't believe it best for the video making a trip to Waterbuck.
Yeah, 10-4. All right, there, 55. Sorry, I got you mixed up. I got all kinds of stuff going on over here. One of my reverse preamps blew the fuse because I was driving it too hard. So I had that daggum 52 Mobile, he couldn't hear me. So I had to sacrifice. I had to go into the kamikaze mode, burn it down to get to him there, right? He done gone.
Yes,
That's you there, 55?
no, that's my cousin.
Oh, your cousin now. Okay. Oh, that's 52 Mobile?
Yes, sir.
Oh, he keeps sounding different every time I hear him.
That's right.
Yeah, 10-4. Okay. Well, that's close enough to 55 for me. No, I'm just kidding.
Sorry, yeah, about 2 minutes. My nerves.
So 55 or 52?
Both of them look the same or sound the same to me.
One of them's small. One of them's 4 foot tall. Another one's 6 foot tall. But both of them's 4 foot wide. There, right?
You got that right.
They like that 52 Mobile. They can't hear me now. No, you're taller than you bigger round. But see, he's 4 foot tall and 4 foot round, and you're 6 foot tall and 4 foot tall wide. I'll get it out. I'll get it out in a minute.
You're getting too big, you can't get out.
10-4. I got to get you when I can, I didn't call, at least I didn't call you raccoon there, right? You can't hear me now. 10-4. Hey,
Can't
Steve.
pay the mic down that dark truck, yeah, can't find that girl microphone.
Okay, I got you. Well, you can probably got a better copy on me on the computer there, right? I'm gonna wave a hand to
I
you.
will have this mic too for the next subject.
Hey, Stone Man, I didn't know who that was there. I thought it was Andrew Alcatraz when I first looked up there. Hello there, 45. And Charlie Hustle, it's good talking to you. Yeah, I was on going to James Island, and I said, let me get on here and see if anybody can hear me. And I got a good spot over there I'll get at. Let's see here. Donald Harris, how's it going? Bay Snoopy. All right. 45 grand. And Kevin Rodriguez. You got a Cobra 35 and a Turner Plus 3 around Peoria, Illinois. All right. $45. That's a Pearce Simpson Simba SSB. Audio. Okay, crazy man. I'm glad you was able to get the mic working there, right?
Yeah, mine keep kicking out once in a while.
Roger. I know one thing. I was trying to work on this radio, and I was checking it, and I'd go trying to see if it was doing anything. I wasn't used to the buttons on it, and I had one of them turned one way. It's got, I think, 8 knobs and 4 buttons and a clock and all kind of crap on here, And I was trying to get it like I wanted. So I was doing that. My grandson, come in here, and said, stop that making that noise. I thought it was a monster. Oh, don't. And he used to come running there trying to grab the microphone and say, hey, what's the matter with you? And I had my computer up there, and I was watching a movie on some free YouTube, Tube TV about this guy. He's a cop or something there. I don't know. It was pretty good. This guy was killing all kind of cops and shooting them and all. And this guy here, man, he beat the crap out of that dude on top of a parking garage with like an iron pipe or something. I mean, it's terrible. Then he shot him. It was a good movie, though, but I had to keep cutting it off because they were using every bad word, and it was. I said, hey, this is not a good movie. You're going to have to go on out. But I wanted to see the radio. I said, well, I'll let you see the radio later, I think for Christmas, I'm going to get my kids to buy me a new TV, like a 40-inch or something like that. I got, the smart TV. I want the smart TV. That's one I have out here. It's it's Sharp Aqueous. It's great. It's got the sound bar in it. It's fine for out here. I don't need a smart TV out here. But in the house, we got one in the living room, and I want one in the bedroom. I had one, but the one downstairs went out. So I took the one out that I had up there and put a regular one in. So I can't watch YouTube videos on it. So I want to get one I can, do that without any big deal. You probably got a smart TV over there right now, that one that Slammer lets you use.
The big one he gave us from the Christmas present.
He did? Okay. Well, which Christmas is it? It's kind of in the middle of Christmas,
Yeah, that's what he's told me. He's waiting back till his Christmas present. Anyway, it's yours.
Let's see. Okay, Stone Man, good to see you.
Yeah, too much now. I'm just sitting down watching the TV. You kind of wonder what happened to the sound to it, though.
Hello, Knot Man. 10-4 there, 45. I'm gonna key up with a 45 key up. That's how 45 keys up when he keys up the mic. That's his copy of Prime Minister there, Roger. What's up, 83? 83. Hello, Jake Stinson, 114 Ontario, man. 114 Ontario. Good to see you there, 114. And Base Snoopy. And Mr. Mud Duck. Yeah, Mr. Mud Duck, I worked on it a couple hours today, cleaning it up. Shined all the knobs up, took them all off, went inside of it, put new lights, bright white LEDs in the meters, checked the relay. What's up, Rico Man? Did all kind of work to that radio. It's I cleaned all the controls. They were all crap, man. This volume control is still a little scratchy. But before you turn that thing and it go wide open and starts crackling. How about that 45? You make it out there to the boom boom room yet? Why do I have this upside down light on? Turn that light off. Oy. Can't turn it up when he's on there. What up, Tim? Yeah, it was a lot of work there. The water must be turned off. They got buckets out in the yard. I think that's on the raindrops. What I'm happy about is this Elenco Long Ranger. And I worked on that thing today too. That reverse preamp right there. It's got two 35 LR6s in it. And that thing is built, man, nice. It's a nice amplifier. It's supposed to have a preamp in it, but they must have, I think whoever had it put too much into it. Yeah, come on there, Not Man. You probably can't hear me mud ducking over here, Roger.
Hey, 10-4, I got a copy on you there. We just put it down here, it was all quiet. Seen some on YouTube there with the hand, I didn't hear nothing on the radio.
Roger. Well, I was running a little bit late off and on, and Crazy Man, his microphone is, it's keying up on him. His microphone is keying down on his own station there, Roger.
Oh, man. And, I'm sure to get it all figured out, straightened up. But top of the evening to you.
Roger. Yeah, he was saying, who's that keying on me? Who's that keying on me? And then he started laughing. Oh, I'm doing it to myself there, Roger.
Oh, man. Yeah, you got to be careful. You never know. You never know when that might happen to you.
Well, tell us what you're talking on. Are you talking on the AP Hill, or are you talking on the 959 or the 727?
We got a General Lee. We're talking on this evening there with Silver Eagle, B104. Yes, sir. Making that trip out of Cottageville.
Sounding good.
I appreciate that, man. What you guys going on lately? I got a good copy on you tonight.
Well, earlier I was driving another reverse preamp with this one here, and it's putting out a little too much. 52 Mobile caused me to blow the fuse in one of my metal reverse preamps there. And to get to it, I got to pull some stuff out the way and turn it around and unplug it and pull the fuse out and all that stuff. I don't feel like messing with it. So, but I'm just running this little Elenco Long Ranger. This is a 2-tube 35 LR6s, the two bigger tubes. And then I got one that they made that's got 6 little small tubes in it. But this one wasn't working last week. It would kill the receive on it. It transmitted good, but you couldn't hear anybody. So I was able to get to the relay. They didn't make it easy on me. It's up under the bottom, turned upside down, buried in there, but I was able to get it. So it's doing good now.
All right. Yeah, man, like I say, I got a good grip on you this evening. We're going to be sitting on the side, see if we can't hear somebody else up in there, maybe catch something. I believe 55 come down here with me. Not sure, but I think so. Anyhow,
All right, 21. On my man out here in Big Town of Collegeville. We gotta get off.
Roger on that there. Well, how's the better half doing?
The best half is doing awesome. Thank you.
Roger on that there. Well, you take it easy out there now, and what y'all just kind of chilling out there by the river.
River's about 10 foot right now, and with all this wetness out there, just ain't no place to really be hanging out right now. So we're enjoying the home 20. Bam, bam.
10-4. Somebody went bam, but they didn't bam you. They unbammed you. Go ahead, Bam Bam.
He didn't make a scratch on his side, but I'm talking on the Connex
3300
3300 HP. FYI.
HP. I got you.
Nothing I can, boy.
Oh, is that 52 Mobile?
One of them was that last one, the always Blade Runner.
Oh, okay, I got you. Hey, 55. Yeah, that's the other Blade Runner out there.
The other Blade Runner, what you talking about?
Yeah, he's the big supersized Blade Runner there.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Temple. See, you're 4x4 and he's 6x4 there, Roger. Hey.
All right.
I got to get in somehow.
21, y'all enjoy the evening. Y'all enjoy 21 on that man. I got to step on the 2 side there for a while. We might make some noise later on. On that man. We out.
Wow, you must have kicked the cat or done something there. Maybe rode back on Blade Runner's last transmission, but you came way on up there on my radio. Sounded real good. And not man, 21, back out.
I was trying to come over there. Bam, 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 bam.
No problem now. You didn't have a problem before. I only heard him when you unkeyed.
I didn't hear your signal change.
All right, man, you got it out there on crazy?
Oh, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, crazy man's calling and calling you.
Don't even crazy. Yeah, I still ain't got my antenna over the trees, man. Still haven't got it over the trees. Hope all was well on your side. We waving a hand at you. Yeah, folks.
Let's see, I got to get in here. Hello there, Breaker Broke 23. Good to see you, man. The man that's got 1,000, used to be Lon Chaney, the man of 1,000 faces. Breaker Broke 23. Y'all check out his channel. He's got a radio for every hour of the day. He could talk on a different radio every hour for the rest of my life and never have the same radio on again. And then you got Mark. Hello, Mark. A cube amp. Let's see. I don't know what that is, a cube amp, but it's a cube amp then. But it's hard to find one of them. You don't never see them too often. I had a guy on Facebook was talking about a Linko amp that the other one I've got that's got like six BQ5s in it. And he said, no, that ain't going to work. That amp is not going to work. It's going to be all kind of messed up. It's no good. And I thought, wait a minute. This thing was made by Linko, man. They make some of the best preamps in the world. They make all kind of equipment. And, oh, no, it's no good. Well, there's one right there. There's one right there. So it's working. I'm sure that they know what they're doing. Anyway, hello there, TJ Hummel. 10-4 there, Breaker Broke 23. Yeah, I like my amplifiers now. I love to get them. I can always get a radio. Yes, sir. It's almost like brand new there, Mud Duck, Mr. Mud Duck. It's really looks really like new. I had somebody had put some masking tape on the top of it and it had baked on there. and I was using everything in the world to try to get it off. And I said, let me try this heat gun on there. And when I did that, it was able to, really working on it, it was get it off with that and rubbing it with some green, mean green. But that crap was baked on, man. If you Google Elenco Long Ranger, if you see the picture of the Elenco Long Ranger on the internet, you're looking at it right there. That's the one that's on the internet. It's the only one I ever seen like that one. It's still raining out there.
Oh, yeah, it's good now.
You know, as the guy was talking the other day on Facebook, whatever happened to all the amplifiers that the people used to have back in the 70s and all like that, you know, in the 80s, more so in the 70s and finishing up in the 80s. And somebody said, oh, they just got tired of them and threw them in the landfill or they burned them up, you know. But there's somebody sitting on a pile of them out there in an attic or, you know, some older person than me and you, they're crazy, man. And they just don't want to get rid of them. They're not talking on the radio anymore, but they're just hoarders. I'm a using hoarder. You know, I hoard them and use them. They don't use them. They just hoard them.
Yeah, well, the dust over there, you can't find it anymore.
Crazy man, some of us have one.
You got what?
I said some of us have an amp, but this one ain't very big. 804 over here, brother. Hello.
Hello, jump man. How you been doing out there?
I've been doing pretty good. How about you?
Just a little wind and tree so fast. I'm doing fine and dandy. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, the same. You know, that's what they have to back off and on a lot of things. But other than that, everything's all right. I'm still here. Roger?
Yeah, 42 right. That's some out of that.
Yeah, I might be out. I'm going on a year now since it happened. But
Yeah,
that's
they're
all right.
going. Yeah, I
You
didn't
know,
have
they
it.
got me on
Hello, Brother
medications
Bean.
and therapy and all that other
Snow up
stuff.
there in North Georgia. I hear
This
you.
one guy, he kicked me in my rear end there, buddy. I wasn't expecting it there, Roger.
Yeah, 40 Roger. Depends on what you eat and what you drink. What might cause that.
Yeah, 83. I didn't have time to set the clock. I was working on the radio and hooking up the other equipment in here, and I had a grandson over, and I'm taking that. The clock works the best that I know. I don't know, but I'm gonna take that out and put a freak meter in there. I think that'll look good. I was gonna do that to a what is that? A Courier Centurion 23 Centurion. No, is that what it is? Courier Centurion? Maybe. I think it'd look cool. I got 3 of these radios. This is the best one here.
But we'll just go with crazy man there, right?
What are you talking about, curly shit?
Yeah, curly Q, that's right.
Warren.
Started 39 base one.
Warren. What's Warren doing? I missed you there.
Yeah, I originally had another one, but for most of my time on the internet, it's simply the junk dealer. Or junk man, some people call me that too, so don't sweat. We're all good.
Yeah, 14, that's good then. You're doing all right, though. All right, let me back over here. I think that Uncle John might be calling me shortly.
You carry on, man. You go ahead and talk there. I heard you in there. I had to jump in and give you a hard time. Only because we've known each other for decades. Anyway, take care. 804 over here, Lower Dorchester County, by the... Back to you. Carry on.
I appreciate you coming back at me home for me. I always talk to you. Always been a good friend. I just take care. I keep turning my head back and forth. It's just You got to overtime.
Yeah, they always drill holes in the front. Like my Johnson, I got 223. They drill a hole right in the front where Johnson is, and then they drill one in the back.
Yeah, boy, yeah. I remember I get off here, I got to go to the restroom. I think my got to go too.
Yeah, hello 804. If you can hear me, I'm running on the mud duck phase tonight. There, I'm standing by.
Then again, it could be all the water, which might be wetting down that antenna up there, Roger.
Yeah, Roger. I'm light on the load, but not light in the loafers there, Roger.
Roger, I got you, but I'll let you know, you've been heard, Roger.
Yeah, 10-4, yeah. I'm just running this little Alinco Long Ranger tonight. That's my reverse preamp there, just trying it out there. Little two-tuber there, so. All right, have a good one now. We're going to be on the side.
You too, my friend. I'll be on the side as well. I'm going to stick around here for a couple more, and then I'm going to drift away.
Channel 12 there, Ted 302.
Take care.
Yeah, they had to drill a hole right in the front of that Johnson in the faceplate.
Yeah, 21 just waving a hand back there. You're eliminated over here. Pretty sure just waving a hand.
Yeah, hello, Eliminator. I talked to Polar Bear the other week whenever all that skip was crashing in, and man, it was wild out there, and he was able to make it through it. And I mean, shoot, it was tough, but good to hear you out there. How's everything going on your end?
Oh, good over here. Busy at the shop. Kids are all, getting big and stuff. And things are going right over here. I'm about tired of this rain we're getting, though.
Hello, weed killer. Yeah, Roger. I know what you mean there. I got gravel in my driveway and gravel up to my all the way, from the front all the way back here. I couldn't afford to do it now. Like when I did it back then, you could get like a load of fines, for about $150, $200. Now it's way on up there, like $500, almost $600. And, I don't know, I even got a couple of tractor trailer loads at one time, but since my wife's mother's been here visiting, my son-in-law and daughter has been coming over a lot, and he's got a big old giant Chevrolet 3500 diesel, big old mud tires on it and all. He wants to go where the road isn't at, and drive inside the backyard there and dig it all up. So now I've got rock piled up back in the back. I'm gonna make him a spot to park there. 10-4.
Family, it's fun. I hear you. So everything good over there?
Yeah. I had some trouble with my back a couple of weeks ago, and it's been hurting me pretty good. And I've been taking a couple of muscle relaxants. That's why I think my voice is kind of crackling a little bit, but not taking anything else. Oh, they put me on prednisone. I never had that before. I don't know. I got to read up on it, but it doesn't seem to do anything. My back is calmed down a lot. I've been doing some stretches, and I got an inversion table I bought maybe, let's see, I don't know, 10 years ago or something like that, and I've been using it a little bit lately and it's just a certain place on my back, on the side of my back. I call it the weed eater bone. If I'm leaning over using a weed eater and I can feel it start to twitching. If I don't stop right then and lay down on something flat, like the wood floor or the concrete, that damn thing will sit in and hurt for 6 weeks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I got one of them inversion tables. It looks good. I like it, but
I'm at the age now where the old eggs get scrambled kind of easy upstairs, and I got to be careful when I set back up on the thing because it definitely takes a toll on me. But yeah, the wife's been on that prednisone for quite a while, and I have been on it a couple of times. The doctor had put me on it for some stuff one time, and she told me to take so many of them, then for like 4 days, and that was it. Well, I did what she asked me to, and boy, I felt like $1,000,000. But when I come off that stuff, 21, I tell you what, I won't do that again. If you're on it for any length of time, you don't want to just quit. You kind of got to wean yourself off from that stuff.
What, the prednisone?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that. Well, what is it supposed to do? I mean, I don't know. I've never had it before. I know, you remember Jerry Lewis that had the March of Dimes telethon? There at the end, he got all blowed up looking in the face and, real heavy looking. That's what he was taking. He had something I don't know, maybe Mark would know on the internet, and he can Google it. But he got real heavy looking, and but that's what he was taking. I said, man, I don't want any of that crap. Next thing I know, I'm taking that. I'm probably going to look like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
That's a steroid, what it is. And like I tell you, it all depends on how much they got you on. The way she weans herself down, then she has to take a little bit, but she's got real bad arthritis, and it's an anti-inflammatory substance, and it's good, don't get me wrong. It's just you got to be careful of it, that's all.
Well, starting out, you got to take 2 pills in the morning and then 1 pill before lunch, 1 pill before the evening meal, and then 2 pills before bed. Same thing the next day. Then the next day it's 1 in the morning, 1 and 1 and 1 all the way like that. And then it keeps dropping on off,
Yeah, that's what you got to do because if you take and get used to them, then you try to quit. Oh my God! Like I said, I did that, and she didn't tell me to. I had to take something like 2 pills a day, and for 4 days, and there were I think 20 milligrams. I want to say, and well, I could have built a darn house. Boy, I had more energy than I ever had, and I felt like $1,000,000. But once that stuff started wearing off, oh my God, I felt like somebody kicked me in the guts.
Roger on that, dear. Well, it hadn't done anything that I know of yet. Maybe it has. I don't know, but yeah, it may have. I was tearing out a wood floor all last week, kneeling down, and I tell you what, man, it was rough on me. But I got it done and put back in. But my work is middle ways. Like when I stand up. That's the way I like to work, in the middle of the thing. I don't like reaching up over my head and working up there with my arms stretched out like somebody's got a gun in my back, or I don't like to be down on the ground kneeling down. I like to be, just normal stuff, and I can work all day with no problem. But if I got to get on the ladder and hold my hands up over my head, it wears me out, and kneeling down. It's not the front of my knees that bother me. It's the back of them. I know it's the weirdest thing, What did I do? Did I blow up?
No, I thought I heard somebody in there. They just keyed up. I heard a little beat behind them. I gave them a chance to go.
Okay, we stand by.
What me?
Let me stand by. There's Crazy Man.
Oh, Mr. P, how you doing out there? Hey, Crazy Man. Hey, we're doing all right over here. Trying to keep our head above the water, though, but we're doing all right. Yeah.
Where are you there, Ted 302? Where are you? What's your location? I'm not running very much right now, and I'm on the little Dirty Night Ranger antenna. It's a little antenna that put together out of several different antennas, and it's about 30 foot up off the ground. My shockwave, that's over about 140 feet. You're in uptown Pennsylvania. No, there's no skip. I was talking to Pennsylvania yesterday on the mobile from South Carolina. Prednisone, I don't know their mark. I just say prednisone, yeah. Prednisone. It's a steroid. I know that, but Jerry Lewis was taking it. That's the first I ever heard of it when he was taking it. He got big and fat in the face. I'm getting hot in here. I got this daggum Lone Ranger. It's kicking some heat out, man. That's okay there, Ted. When the skip is going, when the skip is going, we can do it. I got these flat side beams. I guarantee you, I can get to you. And I'm getting ready to hook up some other stuff over here pretty soon. I've got to get some room over here straightened out where I can hook up everything that I haven't ever hooked up yet. And I'll be doing a lot better. I got to open this door where I get some cool air in here. God. I had the heater going. Let's burn up. Feels better. You might be able to. We could get on sideband, see? There, Ted. 302. Is that your handle, 302? Is that what you go by on Skip Land there? 302. I'm just going to call you 302. That's a good number. That's like 700 weed killer. He's like, he'd be weed killer 700 and you'd be like 302 Ted. Get on sideband sometime. Trying to get some people to get on 16. Ted 302. Okay. That'll work. That'll be good on sideband. If I was on AM, I just go by 302. I'm not telling you what to do, but on sideband, they like to give you, they like to have your personal. What's your personal on that end? Oh, it's JT. Okay, this is Rick, and all that kind of stuff, you know. I have to get used to sideband. I'm more like in the battle when I'm on AM. I'm like I'm in a battle. I'm taking no prisoners, man. I don't have time to be telling everybody, I just had a lollipop and all like that,
And if you didn't bother, go back to that station either. Yeah, I hear you.
What happened to the way out Roger beeper?
Don't know where you went. I hope he don't come back in either. If you want some squirrel, I can give it to him.
Well, that radio's not messing up tonight. It's kicking out there, Roger.
Yeah, that sounds good, 21.
You got a double Roger before on that radio?
On who?
Mr. T.
No, I ain't got one.
Was that must have been somebody else? Yeah, it was. Yeah, I didn't hear that time.
Yeah, somebody out there in the distance sounds like they're trying to key up.
When you get a chance to let me know, go to 21's house. I hate to put my phone number out on the radio and numbers that be calling me aggravating the heck out of me.
I got your number anyway.
phone anymore.
I'll email it to you there, Mr. Eliminator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he changes phones like I changed diapers there, dirty diaper there, Roger.
Yeah, me anyway. I don't change them every once a month.
Roger. Feels better now. Well, I got hot in here. I had that old General Electric, big old heavy electric heater from like 1959 or something there, big old heavy thing. You know, I had it running. And one thing about it, though, it doesn't, the cord doesn't get hot on it. The other day, this lady said, can you look at my heater and see what's wrong with it? I went up there and I brought the ladder, you know, took the ladder and all it, went in there, started going in where the air handling unit was. No. So what you said, the heater? No, right here. And it was a little plastic heater. And she said, there's something wrong with it. Well, I looked at it, and right where the plug was, it had burned the whole side of one wire off.
Oh, wow.
I said, I think you got an outlet that's real loose, you know, causing a bad connection. And you need to, you know, let's get that outlet replaced. And if you're going to have a heavy appliance plugged in anywhere, you need to check all your other ones for how loose they are, you know, and because that'll do it. But this one here, it don't even bother to plug. Where some of those newer ones, I don't know why they the cord gets hot and everything else.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I remember when I was over on Juilliard over here, I had a ground wire get loose, and I was told, well, that ain't going to bother anything. That ain't going to get hot or anything. Well, I'll be doing that. That thing got hot. It charged the wire, and I took it out of there and cleaned it up and put it back in, tightened it up and everything. I didn't have no more trouble out of it, but yeah, you're right. If it's loose, it will raise cane.
Something else I found out, I was wondering where I was getting all this electrical noise at. And just by accident today, I unplugged the rotor control for my rotor, and a lot of the static went away. It's a daggum rotor control box. I got to put a filter on it where it plugs into my common area of stuff, and to try to block it and put some RF beads on it. It's not the RF doing it. I just need to put a filter on the AC line so it doesn't put it back into the, you know what I mean, put it into the line there. I'm hoping that's all it is. I don't know what it could be radiating. It doesn't have an LED light in it. I just put a new capacitor in it, a motor start capacitor, although there is some other capacitors in there. But I'll see. That might be why that there's a capacitor breaking down somewhere in the meter circuit, because sometimes the meter, you know, I don't think the beam is turning, and I can't see it, you know, but then it'll start showing up on there, and somebody said, well, no, it's the potentiometer. It's a potentiometer in the rotor, and that's that. And I said, no, it can't be. I said, because it'll work in the same spot, and then it won't work, you know. So now that I heard that crackling like that, I bet it's some capacitor breaking down in the meter circuit, causing the meter to not work right.
That's what it sounds like. I've had similar situations like that. You know, I used to have quite a little bit of noise over here, and I moved my antenna from where it was over by my shack over at the end of the trailer here. And I did something different this time. I screwed up. I mean, big time. I made a ground loop, and I tried other things on with it, and I knew better, but it didn't register until it was too late. And so I run a ground wire from that ground rod that you give me, and just over to the antenna pipe itself. That's the only thing it's hooked to, and pretty heavy, you know, wire.
And that took away a lot of my static over here.
Roger. Yeah, I need to get my ground wire hooked back up in here. I was testing it the other day inside here, and I wasn't getting anything, continuity. And went outside, and I don't know it. When that tower fell over, I guess it broke off somewhere, but it's still connected to the ground rods and all out there. I just got to redo it. I need to do that. I had a Johnson Model G, and I had been talking on it a couple of weeks before this, not when this happened. I'd been talking on it, for Old Radio Night. So I said, well, let me put it back in there again. So I plugged it in, and somehow or another, I never touched it after I had plugged it in or turned it on. I don't remember. I think it was, I plugged it in. Then I turned it on, which the knob was, plastic. But when I went and put the coax on the back, boom, blew the breaker, man. That case was red hot on that thing.
Oh, wow. What? I mean, darn.
As a capacitor shorted the ground on it. It was putting, 110 right straight to the chassis. Death capacitor, they call them, a death capacitor. If I'd had my hand on top of that radio and had my other hand on something else, I'd have been dead. So now, I'm real careful with that. I check it, now, but I've got to get that. If I'd had the ground wire on it, it would have just blown the breaker. It wouldn't have, it wouldn't have shocked me. It didn't shock me anyway, but I think it did. I believe it did shock me, but it wasn't like I was getting a direct shock. It was like I was touching something and it was kind of like shocking me, but it blew the breaker real quick. So I was glad of that. But, those old tube radios, they're dangerous.
Oh, my goodness. That thing didn't give you a tickle. Good grief.
Yeah, let me say hello to Felix. Hello, Felix. Yeah, a little bit better there, Felix. Appreciate you asking there. Felix was asking me if I felt better. I'm feeling a little bit better there. Daggum pain in my back's getting a little bit better. It started going up into my other shoulder there, and the doctor pushed on it, and I could feel it going into my chest. I said, well, there it is. There it is right there. What is that? I don't know what she said, and so she gave me that medicine, and I've been doing all kind of stuff. I need to do more like yoga, but I'm not going to go that kind of yoga. I sit there and try to stretch, twist your body as far as you can one side and hold it for a minute, and then twist your torso back the other way as far as you can and stuff like that. And I found that helps me a lot, but I just don't always think about it. I got to hurry up. I'm running late. I got to get to work. And I just don't do it in the morning like I should. Where'd you go?
I hate to be a bearer of bad news, 21. I really do. But, you're not getting as young as you used to be, like me.
Oh, I know, man. Yeah, I'd like to try to work 2 more years full time, and then I want to go ahead and, just work when I want to. So I'm trying to finish paying off my house again. I had it almost paid off one time, and, so we refinanced it again and got everything paid off that we had, and it's about paid off again. And so I'll be working and doing that. But I just want to, I've worked like you have and everybody else all their life, and I want to try to just I want to watch Perry Mason at 9 o'clock in the morning there, right?
I hear that.
Yeah, I like to watch Perry Mason. I stay up to 11 o'clock, 11:30 at night to watch it, and I like watching to see what kind of old cars they're going to have on there. Sometimes they have 57 Chevrolets, a policeman driving them, or 55 Fords, or he's driving a 57 Ford Galaxy, that the back trunk opens up and, you know, the hard top goes down inside, or he's driving a 1957 Eldorado Barrett's Cadillac, and that thing is awesome. That thing looked like it's about 20 foot long.
Oh, I know, boy. I tell you what, I miss some old days. I remember a lot of them old cars, you know, when I was growing up and stuff, and good Lord. Yeah, I got about 5 more years. If I can last 5 more years, I'm going to throw in the towel myself. I don't miss those days because I wasn't alive yet.
Oh, hey, there's Night Ranger.
I didn't know that until 63.
Oh, you didn't? You were okay. Well, I think that Mr. T's about 8. You're about 8 years older than him, Mr. T.
Well, if you're born in 63, I got 3 years on him.
Yeah, 10-4. I got 10 years on him. 10 years over here.
I remember my dad down. He had a 1950, maybe it was a 51, some old black Chevrolet. I guess it was Chevrolet. It looked like a big bug, a big beetle.
Right. Yeah, I had a lot of old cars. That's what I used to spend my money on back when I was younger and work on them and all, but I can't afford them now. You're talking about you could get a car back then and halfway fix it up, you know, and you'd have $4,000 or $5,000 in it. Now you're talking 60,000, you know, and it's still not right.
I think my dad said when they got that car, black was the only color.
Right. That's what Ford used to say. We got any color you want on your car as long as it's black.
Yeah. That's raining out there 2 o'clock. Ain't no Ford. Wasn't bad. Yeah, it's raining over here. I know that. Yeah, I just looked up at the SWR and it was up a little.
Yeah, 10-4. Well, crazy man. The other, let's see, Night Ranger. Well, tell us what you're talking on. Is that radio that I really want so bad?
Yep, 1981 to 85, I think was the year they made them, or sold them. Radio Shack Realistic TRC 451, Tuggate D104, 10-tube DNA Phantom, and my homemade wire J Pullet 90 feet.
Hello, OBP. Good to see you, OBP.
Oh, and an Astron RS-78 power supply from 1984 or 1985. That must be a mobile.
That's the 8.
Yeah, but I love this radio.
That's the 8-knob Simba, but not the Simba 2. That's a 23. I just found out about the Simba 2. Yeah, 10-4 on that there. Well, I finally was able to get a Simba working there. I worked on this one half a day today and put the 2 new lights in the meter. I got the bright white LEDs and took the grain of wheat lights out and cleaned the controls and the channel selector and did some other stuff to it and cleaned it up real good and wired up this Pearce Simpson desk mic. I didn't show him that. Let me show him this on the camera. That's it right there. Supermod 2. Supermod 2. Pearce Simpson Supermod 2. I've got 3 of them. This one is a 3-pin, which I had a 4-pin wired on it. Then I got another one that's just like it. And then I've got one that's not amplified at all. And it says it's a Supermod 2, but it doesn't have any amplifier inside of it. I don't know why they call it a Supermod 2 because it's not the same thing. But I got these evidently what I understand, the switch that's in these mics go bad. It's an up and down kind of switch instead of like a micro switch instead of a leaf switch. And one of the mics was bad. So I took it out of the non-amplified mic and put it in this one. And so that's why it's working.
I don't know if I remember that microphone, but I never remember the Pearce Simpsons. I remember the people talking on the Pearce Simpson Lynx and the Bearcat 23C and the Super Lynx.
Yeah, I got the Bearcat 23C. I got all kinds of Pearce Simpson. I got the Guardian, the tube type. I got 2 or 3 of them. I hadn't tried them out yet. I got to get one of them going, and I've got the one that Crazy Man wanted, the Pearce Simpson Pussycat. I think that would be great for him, because he's sometimes known as the Cat Man.
That's a little mobile, isn't it? The Pussycat, or is that just like the 3-knob bass?
Yeah, just a basic bass.
I had a little tiny Pearce Simpson mobile. I threw it away. It was in bad shape, but I had a little 23-channel mobile, very simple one.
Hello there, Bozo Control. Got Bozo Control on there and OBP on there from Old Tube Radio Network. And I want to show that Bozo Control, my Elenco Lone Ranger that I got working today. It was the relay. Let me tell you something. That was one of the hardest relays. They buried it underneath the bottom. And where the RF comes in, it was, soldered right there. And it was upside down with everything was in the way. And I was able to clean it out, and it would transmit. It just wouldn't receive because the receive contacts were dirty, but it's doing fine now. It's got 2 35 LR6s in it, and it'll do, I had it doing about 200, something like that on the feel good meter,
Yeah, I don't remember seeing any of that until eBay came around.
Yeah, well, if you look on the internet now and you Google Elenco Lone Ranger amplifier, you'll see this one right here. That's the one that I bought. So that's unless somebody sticks another one, this is the only one I ever seen. I've got the 6-tube version, 6 BQ5s. Isn't that what it is? 6 BQ5s, like it's in the JB12. It's got 6 of them in there, and a 6 AQ5 key-up tube.
What amp is that?
Elenco Long Ranger.
Oh, yeah, but you got more than one. I was thinking that was just a 2-tube amp.
This is the 2-tuber. I've got a 6-tube Elenco. It isn't I don't think it's the Long Ranger. It's built similar to this, but the control is on the side of it. It's got like a one switch on the side and one SO239 on one side and one on the back. They got them all kind of stuff coming out the side, the back, and everything.
Yeah, I don't remember hearing that one back in the day. Everything I remember hearing was Elkins and DNAs and Varmits and Palomars and Nitros and Pride, and that's about the extent of what I remember hearing back then.
Well, you know, Elenco, they made some of the best forward preamps, not reverse preamps there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some of them. I like them. And no, this is probably just amateur amp there. They didn't want to get in trouble with the FCC and I don't know, whatever, but, evidently that somebody did. But it's built great. You can tell that it was built in a factory and it wasn't hand built as far as, in the back in a garage somewhere. And it's all laid out good and it looks real professional in there. The only thing I didn't like was the way they did the relay, but it's okay. How many times you got to get to the relay? I was able to get to it, and that's no big deal. So it's working. It's all over with. After being almost 50 years old, so it deserves a little, maintenance.
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Case. I haven't been talking too much.
No, that's okay. I hate that's how I learn stuff. I sit back here and I listen. By the way, it's good to hear you in there, Ranger.
Hey, good to hear you too. Glad you got your antenna working for a limited. You've had a bad luck with lightning.
If you'll go on YouTube and look up Carolina Pirate, that's his channel, Night Ranger. He's also got a web page that he had out of Rock Hill, South Carolina. Put in there Let me get him to say what it is.
Pretty good.
Shadowstorm.com or something like that.
Stuff out there.
He's got all kind of recordings from back in the 70s that he recorded on there, and radios that he had and different things like that. He's a real smart guy.
Just the antenna, that's it. You don't want to hook nothing else to it, because that damn radio fires right up whatever's hooked to it, comes right in.
Hey, Night Ranger.
Yeah.
Tell us your website there. Go real slow for us dumb people.
www.shadowstorm.com/CB, like CB radio.
Yeah, 10-4. And tell us about your antennas that you have, what you have up there in the sky.
Well, this is a homemade wire J-pole at 90 feet, made out of wire and 450 on ladder line and a 1-to-1 bowline. And the other antennas are called lazy H antennas. I made them. There's 3 of them aimed in different directions.
10-4, 10-4. And you're using 300 ohm ladder line on all of them?
450 on ladder line on the lazy H antennas, and this is coax fed, but there's a piece of ladder line as a matching section.
I don't know where I got 300 at.
Well, there is a 300 ohm ladder line out there, but I'm not using that. You can use it, but I'm using 450. Let me let the dog out. I'll be right back.
10-4.
Better put a raincoat on him.
Yeah.
Getting quite a little bit of static because we must be having a rain cloud come over the top of me right now.
Audio. Yeah, that Elenco Lone Ranger right there. That's the load, the tune. That's your light to show your RF out. Made by.
Okay, she's out. The lazy H antennas are all horizontal antennas, horizontal polarization. I use them for talking skip, and they work great.
Receive gain, which they must have messed up the little transistor in there. I haven't got that far. I did take it.
Baby Beagle just discovered it's raining. I already heard her scratch at the door. She wants back in.
It's got 4 amp on there. That's standby, and that's on. And that's your power on. That's your controls right there. But it's nice. It's about 1 foot long. I got those Guardian. I want to get them working. I've got 3 of them. Pearce Simpson.
I got my ass turned back pretty hard on the radio, so the SWOs ain't too bad on it right now. But normally, if I get rain and if I had the RF turned up, oh my goodness, I can't even talk on this thing.
Static.
Yeah, ladder line's affected by rain, so yeah, I kicked it back into the middle gear. It's not like those fiberglass antennas. A lot of them, it doesn't matter if it's raining or not. It matters if it's got ice on it, but it doesn't matter if it's got rain on it.
Roger.
Since I put that cable match up there, it really affects this antenna. Now, when I just had the bearing on the bottom of it, didn't seem to bother it at all.
Trying to get the stupid thing to turn right here. There you go. Damn. I need studio lighting.
I was looking at this radio the other day. I bought one of these, brand new when I was 21 years old. I used my tax refund from my summer job from the year before. And I was looking at these, and I was thinking, kids today, they save up their money so they can buy an iPhone. But back when I was in college at the time, I saved up my money so I could buy a CB radio. That was the cell phone.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't monthly payment on service bill either. I had, before this, I had, what was it, a Roy 609, 40 channel AM only, and a Regent CC RT30, which I'd had since the 70s. And I did have a Midland 79892 back in 79 that I bought. That was my first sideband radio, but I had this smoking hot girlfriend show my senior year, and I wasn't talking on the CD that much, sold the radio so I could take her out on her birthday, and then yeah, she dumped me 2 or 3 weeks later.
Did you get to hit it?
Yeah, I did. It was, that was a smoking hot girl. It was. She was a 10, but she wouldn't stay for anybody.
How'd you like that, Mr. T?
What was that, Eliminator?
I think so. Way too tired of maintenance.
She just wouldn't stay for anybody. I mean, she was never so much chasing law. If anything, she was chasing after the bad boys, you know. She wound up getting herself beat up. She didn't see that coming.
Oops.
Yeah, you can find the biggest, baddest, unruliest social outlaw you can find and go marry him, and surprise, surprise, he turns on her and beat her up. I was like, surprise! Then she acted like she wanted to get back together with me later after she divorced him. I was like, you've had too many boyfriends.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got some penicillin can't kill after that many guys.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's hard to trust somebody after that kind of stuff, too.
Yeah, but I watched her go through, I bet 35 guys over the course of 5 or 6 years. And I mean, you'd see her with a new guy, and she'd be with him 2 or 3 weeks, and then he'd be gone, and then there'd be another guy, and then 2 or 3, 4 weeks later, he's gone. Then, here's another guy, and 2 or 3 weeks later, he's gone. I was like, she's not going to stay. There's no way she's still healthy.
Is that radio sideband capable?
Yeah.
That one you got there, Mr. T?
Yeah.
How about Crazy Man? He's probably done gone now.
Did you hear about me?
Yeah, you got the sideband radio?
Yeah, I want to try to do it right now because it's nice.
Yeah, I just wanted to try this one out on sideband real quick there, see if they can hear me. Can we go to the lower side on this one right here and see how it does for clarifying your end? All right, hang on. It's not that. I'm on here, but it's not doing good. The receival slide doesn't seem to do anything for sideband, but that's okay. Well, it's a open air capacitor. It's a air. It's just wide open. I mean, I sprayed it in there, but it's just turning and turning. Doesn't do any effect there. Okay, but how's it sounding on your end? All right, we got to go back to AM there. You're Minnie Mouse on this one here. Okay, I couldn't take that.
Yeah, you still sounding good. You're a little high on frequency, but it's still sounding good.
Yeah, 10-4. As long as it'll work on AM, that's okay. Now that I know I won't get out there and terrorize anybody on this one, so I appreciate the radio check.
Yeah, working more good. Well, that Lafayette you got generally does pretty good, although, yeah, it is doing good.
You're talking about the one that you'd like to have, that one? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I like the Lafayette, and I like the Cobra 2000 that Mike radio lined up. It's dead on it, pretty close. The only thing I don't like is the clarifier on it. I like one that doesn't have a click thing on it. The coarse clarifier, it's got like a stop. You got to bump over the top of it. I don't like that. I want it to be smooth where I can play with that a little bit, because the fine tune isn't enough sometimes to get everybody. Now I was doing pretty good, even though they say that they don't like them. That Galaxy Saturn, it was kicking butt out there on sideband, and I didn't have any trouble with anybody getting back to me.
Yeah, it doesn't sound as good though as the Lafayette. The Lafayette's got a little better audio on sideband.
Oh yeah, the Lafayette's nice, man. It's a nice radio there. I'm gonna have to get my station set back up if you'll ever get over here. And you're just lazy, that's all. And I can't get you over here to clean up my stuff and organize. You know, I'm not good at organizing, and so I admit that I don't like to organize stuff. I like to take stuff apart and look at it. I don't always like to put it back together. And but anyway, I want to get it set back up and get a radio here and a radio there, and get it that way. I don't have to keep pulling radios in and out, changing them all around. That gets old after a while.
I generally just like one on the desk at a time. You know, some people, you know, they have the whole rack, the homemade racks with all the gazillion radios sitting up front of them. I did that, I guess, back in the 80s, but I've gotten to where I kind of like to keep it simple. Just one radio, one amp on the desk at a time.
10-4, 10-4.
So what I did since I'm on at CB and ham was I have two separate desks, one for the ham radio stuff and one for the CB stuff.
Yeah, boy, they should never touch. It might be something like atomic explosion, you know, if you was to, oh no, they can't never touch. Boom! They'd be fighting each other, you know.
It's not that. I just like having it set up, you know, just one radio and set up at a time and not a tower. I did have that back in the 80s. Now I had a tower, a radio set up back then, but now I guess I just like it simpler. Something simpler to look at.
Oh, got another beep right there. All right, I'm going to stand by for a minute. Crazy man, you still out there? Can you keep that eliminator occupied for a few minutes? And that Carolina Pirate? I mean, Night Ranger?
I had quite a lot of stuff over here. I got a desk set up for a couple of shows and my frequency counters and then later.
Let's see, Butterbean, yep. Hello there, Big Joe. How's it going there, Big Joe? And Little Rascal, number 12. No, that's not Little Rascal. No, okay, I got you. I was thinking number 12 up there in Watkins Glen. Okay, you're up there in New York. Okay. And I got you that T123B. I'd like to get it there, Mr. Joe, Big Joe, but I got three of them. I got the 123B, and I think I got three of them, and I've got two of the T123s with the little light blinking. The tube light for the modulation. It's got the channels below and above. All right. That's worth it right there. Getting those crystals, you know. There's one company making them now that I found. I can't remember the name of them. Bomar. I don't know if that's who it is or not. That's a good radio, that T123.
Man must be busy now to respond to the squeaker.
I'm going to set this clock for number 83 out there. I haven't ever set this clock. I have to see how to do it. Let's see, push to set time. I was telling I'm going to take this out like we was talking about doing to that radio that White Dog got from Crazy Man. Take that clock out and put a freak meter in it. I've got that same radio, but it's a 23 channel version of that radio. I was going to buy one the other day that was the one like that, but it got up to $159, and I didn't need it that bad. So I just let it go. I have to let some things go, you know. I don't know why they got to make you go through the whole thing. You got to do it all the way around for 2 hours. Let's see, it's 9:30 already. All right. Been out here an hour and a half. Uh-oh. What did it do? Oh, it's trying to go itself. When it does that, you got to stop and let it do its thing. It's kind of like going to the bathroom. You got to let it go to the bathroom. $9:30. Okay, I'm gonna wait till it goes to 9:31. What is it 10:36 on your end there? 9:31.
Yeah.
I don't know what the seconds are. Okay, I got my clock set. Let's see how accurate it is. Yeah, that looked nice with a freak counter right there. I just don't want a blue readout. I want a red one, maybe a red one. I like these white, super white LEDs that I put in. Grain of wheat. They're kind of like a yellowish light, you know. These are bright white, and it makes the white background of the meters really look nice. My Cobra 2000 meter is stuck, so I'm gonna work on it. And I've got new meter plates for it, and it has my number on it. I had them print my number on there, and they're white instead of being blue looking. Can't hardly see them in the Cobra 2000. And these are the bright white lights that'll be going in there, make it look nice where I can see it. I got to be able to see these things now. My stupid me put those slow fade LEDs like Drifter had in his. I'd never seen them before. He had them in a Texas Ranger. Looks just like a Galaxy Saturn. And I said, man, where'd you find those? And so I ordered some and put them in. And after I had them in there, you can't even hardly see the thing, you know. Now, 44, he wanted some in his 2547. And I told him what kind to get. And he brought them over here, and I put them in for him. And they were the fast blinking ones. And before I could get him out of there with that radio, I thought I was going to have a epileptic seizure.
On eBay, somebody's selling that they're claiming a brand new Cobra 2000 GTL signal RF power meters, but they want like $33 for them.
Yeah, I saw them, but if I'd feel better just by trying to fix the one like Mike did, you know, just put some fingernail polish remover on that screw, and then adjust it like that, and you know, because I've got to cut them open anyway, and I'd like to practice. Even if I bought the new ones, I'd have to cut them open. So I'd like to practice on one before I spend the money. Now, if you want to get them cheaper than the ones on eBay, you get them directly from Golden Eagle Radios. That's who's selling them. He's out of Alabama. He bought all of the stuff that Browning and Tram and all had. And he bought a lot of stuff from Maycom, Maycom Electronics. And he's not working on any Brown and Golden Eagles anymore. He's just selling the parts there now. So, but he has the meters on there. Those same meters fit my Tram D300.
I think both of them are unit and radios. One's just got Tram stamped on it, one's got Cobra stamped on it.
Right. I saw a guy the other day trying to sell one of those Tram D300s. You know, it looks like it looks kind of like a Excalibur in a way, just silver, you know, but it's just a regular, you know. But that's the last base station that Tram had. And it has, like the Cobra 2000's got two separate speakers. You can have two separate speakers like the President. they have too if you want it like that, you know. And they wanted $300 for one of the speakers, and a guy bought it. Man, he was so happy, you know. I thought, God.
Well, I never looked inside a D300, but somebody else that said they had claimed it was just a President of Washington.
Well, they claim it's a Cobra 142, basically the same board as a Cobra 142. It's not a Cobra 2000 board. It's a Cobra 142 board. I don't know what the difference is.
One's a positive logic and the other's a negative logic. It's the only difference.
Anybody know about the Phantom 10 tubes?
On an unrelated topic, all the censorship they got going on, they're kicking in on Facebook and YouTube and all that, man, they're going to kill their own services. People are going to get tired of that shit and all leave.
What's up there, Bulldog?
Yeah, you got that right. I'll tell you what,
MH, you're gonna usually don't want to run it that high into that Phantom. I mean, it's just not going. Tubes aren't gonna last. See, that's you overdrive that box and they're gonna burn the tubes up. I got a 12 tube, I got a 10 tube, I got 8 tubes, I got all kind of DNA. I'll show you a set of tubes for my 12 tube, brand new tubes, so you can think I'm not lying.
Yeah, Trump may have a platform over on Gab.com. I know they kind of mirror his post, but there was some new post over on Gab.com. So
13 tubes right there, 6 LQ6s with the ticket right there. They give me a free tube. There's a ticket right there where I bought it. 13 of them for my 12 tube Phantom.
Yeah. Well, the Supreme Court may actually take up one of the cases in February. We'll see what happens.
12 tube won't put out what the 10 tube put out.
I was pretty ticked off of them for
500 is what you're about going to get, man.
I call it a 5-letter word starting with a P and ending with a Y.
Let me let you tell this guy, DNA guru talking right now.
Heard the evidence.
yeah, you're right. There's too much stuff out there saying different. I mean, come on now. And that's just like this damn virus, you know. I think that's where they thought
what it's going to do. A little more.
to be part of this whole deal. That's the way I feel.
People got to remember, back when they were made, they didn't have export radios keying up, swinging up 30, 40 watts, you know. They had 4 or 5 watts. On the back of this amp right here, it said no more than 5 watts. It's stamped right on there. You can do it.
And you know, 7 is supposed to be the
A lot of people drive them on low with a JB12.
like, you know, the walls of Jericho, they marched around 7 times for 7 days and blew the 7 trumpets 7 times, and then the walls of Jericho fell when God told Noah that
I've got a Phantom 10 tube, I've got a Phantom 12 tube, and a 3 or 4 Mavericks and all kind of DNA stuff. And I've seen 800 driving it hard. I've never seen 1,000 or 1,200. I've never seen it. Of course, I'm scared to put that much in it.
Objected to the electoral college vote. So I mean, I kept seeing 7 show up. I said, that's
But this guy right here is the DNA man right here talking.
Well, when it's all said and done, I think we're going to see it's going to hit the fan, you know, when it does. I mean, I don't know exactly what's going on, but it's going to, something's got to happen. Good grief.
Break.
Well, nothing says a fair election for a duly elected president like having to put barbed wire
I don't know. He's got to get in there with this crap now.
Okay.
Going to get me kicked off of YouTube. Want to ask a different question there, Night Ranger, for fellow on the internet wanting to know something.
Good.
Okay, he's got a Phantom 10 tube, and he wants to know if 500 is a good output with a Cobra 2000.
Well, I run mine at 300, 4 watts in. I set it for 300, and max output on mine is a little over 600 watts on sideband.
But on AM.
Well, you can definitely run it up to 500, but if you want your tubes to last and get better audio, I'd back it down to 300 on AM. Because you really only got 600 watts plus worth of tubes in the final. You got 4 driving 6, and there's a 100-watt tube. So, me personally, I like to keep 300, and that makes it cruise. But you can absolutely run that carrier up to 5, but don't expect your tubes to last as long as your audio sounds good.
Yeah, 10-4, 10-4, yeah. Well, anyway, that's just want to make sure, because I told him that you was like the guru, DNA guru man.
Yeah, not keeping term, talking peak, but I found on DNA amps, look at the wattage of the tubes. In the case of the 6LQ6, that's basically a little more than 100 watts. Just consider a 100-watt tube a little more than that, but a 100-watt tube. Count the number of tubes in the final, and then I make your D key half that, and that always gives good, clear audio, and you can, it can peak a little higher than that. But that's usually what I do. It's like on the Maverick, you got 400-watt tubes in the final, so I run the D key at 200. On the Raider, you got 450-watt tubes, so I run the D key at 100, and they seem to like that. They seem to last like that.
Yeah, 10-4, 10-4. Hey, let's see, MH here, he's up in North Georgia, because they won't know where Butterbean was. Are you still
I know when
there?
I run the D key up, I'm running up to 500. I mean, it'll do it, but the audio isn't.
Are you still there, MH? Let me know when you get in there. MH, look, I'm going to show you something up here.
4-watt key in, and got the D key on high set to 300.
Ah.
Yeah, only a single final radio on those on the DNA amps. That's what they were designed for, a single final radio.
10-tube Phantom right there. See it up there?
They didn't have the dual final radios back in the 70s.
That's what that is, 10-tube Phantom. My 12 tubes in the house, I've still been messing with it. But that one there I got from a guy that was like my CB hero back in the day. And I'd never seen an amplifier that big, And he had that in the DAC 10. Like he was sounding like King Kong with a set of beams, man. That thing is like brand new. I keep it covered up.
I see you're a pretty gray Phantom. I got the tan and brown one, but they look a lot alike. Just different colors. That's the classic. That was the big dog amp back in the day. That the Varmint XL 1000 and the 8 and 12 tube Elkin. Those were the big ones.
He said it did keys 200 and swings to 455. Yeah, I just wanted to show him that I knew a little bit about him. I got most of the DNA amps, and I got the 12 tube I'm still messing with. I showed him that whole pack of tubes that I bought from Larry's Linears, Got me an excellent deal, man. I wouldn't even have thought about it, buying it anywhere else. I'm not even going to tell you how much it was. It's just an unbelievable price that he gave me on there, and he even threw in an extra one. And I'm still messing with that 12 tube. It's not like I got to have it going, I'm just piddling with it, and I haven't had time to, I don't know what else I got to do to it, really. I can't remember. Oh, yeah, I got to put new capacitors in it. That's what it is. And it'll be ready to go. And so let's see what else. Yeah, I was thinking about getting that Warrior, but I'm not going to mess with that thing. That'd just be something sitting on a shelf. I wouldn't even probably ever use it.
Well, no man radio said it was kind of a hard to tune amplifier. He said it really wasn't, the design wasn't that great.
Yeah, too much inductance, isn't it?
Too much capacitance from too many tubes in parallel.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why they went from the 12 tube to the 10, because even at the 12 tube fan, they started to run into that.
Right. Yeah, a lot of guys told me, that the 12 didn't even put out as much as the 10 did.
No, it's probably why they switched to the 10 tube for the later models.
Right.
I sure am glad y'all educated me about the Phantom.
Hello there. Hello, how's it going there, Yellow Jacket?
I'm so glad y'all told me you couldn't run a dual sound radio on them.
Well, you can, but if you get on there and stay on and hammer on it all day, I mean, it'll just weaken your tubes.
I mean, it wasn't built for that, but back when they made the Phantom, that was back in the 70s and early 80s, and all the radios were single final back then. Well, I'm talking on a dual final for the last 20 years on one here, so you doing okay.
I hear you. Well, you just maybe SWR is real good.
Yeah, it's a 1.1 up with the box on.
Yeah, that helps. You get them on up there, though. It'll work on them.
Yeah, but your needle's not dancing around normal. I mean, it's extreme. Where you got the DQ set at? Oh, it's running about 2 watts. Yeah, because like on this radio, you're dead keying at 2 and swinging up to about an 8. That's right. The radio is swinging to 60 watts.
I know guys used to run them on low with a JB12. I never did do it, and some would do it with a. You can do it with a Palomar 300A because it's got that where you can drive it. I think with like 100 watts. I don't know, but I've never done it with 100 watts. But I have run a JB12 in it, and I didn't ever do it to the Phantom. I just couldn't afford to buy tubes, I mean, even when I first got one, they were $50 a piece.
Well, I bought mine. I got a supply of tubes, and of course I hadn't changed. It's been I put this set in here about 20 years ago, and it's still the same tube for the set of Sylvania in it.
10-4.
Hello there, Foxman. Hello, Gary.
Hey, well, how you been feeling there, Yellow Jacket?
Oh, we're always good on this end. Any day we can open our eyes and got our right mind, we good to go.
Yeah, Roger. Back's been bothering me a little bit. It's pretty good today. But it wasn't real bad. It's just one of those nagging cramps over in the side of my back, and after it nags you all day long at work, and you get to where your stomach's upset, and you get in a bad mood because you don't feel good. It just wears you out there. But I had to go get some prednisone, and I got a steroid shot there, and they helped me out a lot there with that, and little small light muscle relaxer, and it's really eased off today a lot. So I hadn't missed any work. I've been doing all kind of heavy work, and I told them, look, you got to keep me going, and so they give me that. Never took the prednisone before, so I hope it, whatever it does doesn't do anything bad.
Yeah, well, it ain't too bad. It makes you kind of retain the water sometime, but that's about it. All right, gentlemen, let me get out of here there. I have some getting educated on the time. I'm so glad somebody told me. I'll see y'all later.
Yeah, Roger. Well, we don't know anything. That's just what we found out. But, you got the gift of God over there in a golden touch. Well, let me ask you this. Whenever you was talking about one time running 2 Phantoms at one time together, with that combiner, is that what you was using?
DNA co-phasing kit.
DNA co-phasing kit. What does it look like?
Well, the way mine was set up on was this. I had them found them on each side of the co-phasing kit in the middle. It's got the place for the coaxials to go in it. You just set both rings at the same thing, and then
throw the switch on it, let it roll.
Well, I mean, is the co-phasing kit like a harness, or is it in a box, or you hook coaxes to it, or what does it look like?
It's in the cabinet.
Okay, is it called a dual com?
Mine was, when it said on it, was DNA co-facing kit.
Wow, okay. Never seen one there. We that Night Ranger, he's like he's a DNA fiend, you know. He tries to get them all, you know. I can't get any. He sees one on eBay, if he don't even want it, he'll bid it up and then get out.
I don't believe him. He's more DNA amps than I do. Yeah, they get kind of heavy for them. I got a back of my closet full of them. All right, gentlemen, I'll catch y'all later.
I'll see you.
You got DNA amps over there, 21. You ain't taken out of the box yet. How many you got? You got what, 2 or 3 of them that you had that have been sitting in a box since you've got them 2 or 3 years ago, and you still haven't even opened the shipping box up?
Yeah, I think I got 2. That one that somebody wrote on the front with a magic marker, and another one.
Yeah, that was gonna need a paint job. It was pretty ugly. Looked like a kid got a hold to it with a Sharpie pen.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, they've got a lemonade stand, and some kid 5 years old is making a sign, and they start out real big with lemon, and they get down and then running out of room, and this real small letters down at the back, you know.
It's gonna need it. If you keep scrubbing off, it's gonna need a fresh cut of a hammer time unless you just want a butt ugly amp sitting on the desk. Yeah, right, 21.
Hey, what's up, white dog?
Yeah, man, just got out here. I've been working in the house all day.
10-4, Night Ranger wants to hear that sound, hear that saying you got.
Well, which one is it?
I hear you.
I hear you. I hear you. I've been working on the kitchen all afternoon doing the backsplash.
Well, you got the countertops in, I guess.
Yeah, but they gotta come back and replace one.
Yeah, and the island sink there, island top, right?
Yeah, he shorted me. It was supposed to be when you sit on the side of the island, it's supposed to be 8 inches. They only gave me 5.
Yeah, MH, I'll tell you in a minute. You'll have to get on Facebook. And hey, Gary, how's it going, Gary? Yeah, MH.
Oh no, that guy.
What's that now?
I thought my radio
Radio
guy.
guy.
No, am I having trouble with this radio?
No. I was trying to listen to you and answer a question on the internet.
All right, 10-4. Well, what are you trying to sound a little good this season?
Roger, tell us what you're talking on.
Yeah, this is the same old stuff. 45-47. First in. Working with desk money. IMAX 2000.
Roger, 10-4. It's kicking out there. I don't know what happened to Crazy Man.
He's probably eating those peanut butter crackers. Hey, what's up, old man? Not much. I was sitting back here listening to them downstairs about them big radios and the big
Hello, Paul.
Hi, hey, man. Well, it's good to hear you out there, Chris.
Paul Miller, what's up, Paul? MH,
Yeah, man, I was talking about the old
you get on Facebook.
He kept keeping up by himself, and we sitting here in my little bed, and I said, damn, man,
Let's see if I can get him.
okay. And I had to hit the key on the door portal, that sliding place on the bottom, the door portal goes all the way down to the bottom, you knock him down. So he's doing it by himself now. So what are you telling me? Is he one of ours possessed? Well, do something out the wrong piece of person. Fix it up and lock it down. Damn thing going up by itself. I said, shit. Might be some of them water bugs starting to get up and from the outside, inside to the outside out of my 204. I hear you, man. Right there, you know what? If this equipment gets old real fast, and it can be doing anything.
How's Michigan? Full. You got a lot of snow up there in Michigan, I bet. Paul.
So somebody told me he's cutting out, he's not doing this, not doing that.
I don't know where you went there, MH. I got to give you his name, but if you're not out, I don't know where you went. It's hard for me to watch the writing and talk. I need a co-pilot in here.
You hear me, don't you? It's okay, it's still working there.
Clock's just a little bit fast.
I think it's 6:41 gas, or DO4, broken down to DO4. Yeah, I just I don't like running barefoot. That's against my religion. And when your buddies out here down night, you kept hollering at me, man, he's crazy, man. But oh, shoot. That's doggone Thursday, yeah.
I got to run inside. I'll be right back.
Better put a hat over your head there.
Roger.
Well, you put some things on top of your head, you don't have to worry about your hair getting wet. Your things will.
Facebook, yeah. Are you on Facebook there, MH? Get on there and look me up. Are you, do you belong to any of the CB groups on there? Get on there and look me up. JAYTEE, JT on Facebook. I belong to a lot of the CB groups. And, or you can just send me a friend's request, or if you can get on a CB group and you see a post that I got on like some of them, one of them, you can do it that way, however you want to do it. My avatar picture is a D104, picture of a D104, and it's actually a wooden D104 a guy made me. And then the radio behind it is a Regency Imperial. But I'll give you his name on Facebook. I'll send it to you in a message there where you can get those, check about those tubes there. I got to run inside. I'll be right back. Got to get some Advil. Sitting in this chair, making it back here. So, that's my drink. Coke, Sam's Cola. Sam's Diet Cola.
I'm all you had over there at the shack. Yeah, I'm on the shack. I thought you were in the house. I'm at the house, you had in the shack. No, I've been over the shack for about 20 minutes. Oh, okay, I thought you might have been longer than that. Most time you go out there and you lay down and get some comfortable talking to them. Out you go. I've been at the house all afternoon doing tile work. Not me, I've been sitting around over here the last couple of nights. Oh, shut up. She put a squeal on me. I've been hanging around the house here and sometimes I don't get to bed wrong. Around between 10 and 11 o'clock, and it's shoot a.m. I'm waking up about 4 and 4:30 in the morning. I don't know why. Yeah, you're getting too much sleep. I don't get enough sleep. Well, you probably need to talk to your doctor and get a little film. No. You know what it's trying to get away and have to wear that mask all the time. I have to sit back. Take all my Pearce.
Turn it up.
You keep putting that mask on my nose and keep the cancer off of it.
Ooh.
All right, Chris, I'm going to sit on the side and see if anybody else wants to get in there. There's too many people out there. We're talking brave on it. We're talking not, man.
Send me a friend's request.
52 Mobile.
Okay.
He had a problem with his ears out there. He couldn't hear nothing.
All right.
Unless he got it in a spot, that must now you got a copy on me, you turkey. Who you calling a turkey? I hope you did hear me.
It'll be a little bit after about maybe 11 o'clock. I'll get with you on that. I can't do it right now because I'll mess up my YouTube thing. I'm running Wi-Fi and I can't overload it. I don't have that much streaming. They got me on a cheap plan, you know. Well, I made it back. I went in and took me 2 Advil, and I got me some a Diet Coke and pecan pie.
Oh no, pecan pie! Because you got whipped cream on it?
No, I didn't get any whipped cream. Now I just got the regular pecan pie. Whipped cream was buried in the refrigerator, and I didn't feel like taking out 2 gallons of milk and a gallon of tea and 2 boxes of orange juice and digging back all up in there. I said, that's okay.
I got the same problem over here.
Well, see, with my mother-in-law here, it's extra person, you know, and my grandson's been staying over here a lot, you know, and so they got to pack it down, you know, and pack it down.
Oh yeah, those grandbabies can eat a lot of food.
Oh yeah.
Who's that driver out there?
On sideband, I guess.
Everybody, from six. Come on back to the white dog. What's going on, white dog? You know, man, what's going on over here. How you been? I've been doing pretty good. Roger? Roger 2-4, look at you out there.
Hey, drumstick.
Yeah.
Turn up your dead key a little bit on your radio. Turn up your dead key.
Okay, how about now?
Turn it up just a little bit more.
Okay, how about now?
Yeah, that's better. It was getting garbled up. You had it so low, it was garbling you.
Well, that can't tell any difference. He doesn't have a dead key here.
Yeah, you got to turn it on up a little bit there, drumstick.
Okay, how about that right there?
Well, it's still way down. I mean, you're keying up like 0 and swinging up to 9. So I don't know what's going on there. Hey, I wanted to tell you, somebody said you had a fire up there at your place. Is everything okay?
Audio. How about now?
Dead key one time?
Audio.
Yeah, that's better there. That's getting better there. What do you think there, Night Ranger?
Very, very
sounds like he's running a DNA Phantom with a dual frontal ratio.
Yeah, it's when you were running it that low, it was cutting you off there. You know, it looks good on the meter, but it just didn't sound good. I found that out too, trying to run it too low there. But yeah, it's what to say about your place up there? Did y'all get it straightened out?
Yeah, it's tough down there, but we read Roger.
Oh, okay. Well, I just want to tell you, I'm sorry to hear about that, and I hope everything gets okay for you. I wasn't trying to get in your business. Somebody told me about it. I said, dang, I hate to hear that. So maybe it'll be for the better, you know. Roger. Well, let me stand by there. Good to hear you out there, Drumstick. Favorite pies, okay. Hey, do you hear him there, Crazy Man? Crazy Man must be taking a siesta. I didn't hear you. Did you say hello to Drumstick?
Your audio went on one.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Hello. Is it gone now? Is my audio gone? Oh, shit. I hear myself. I see it moving.
Well, it worked that time.
Audio. Okay, I got to get right. I think the battery's going dead in this mic. Let me do a little surgery.
Do like I do, Bob. Do a jam, put it right on your desk, and then you don't have to worry about it. I had two, now they're using one.
Yeah, I hear about what you do there, Roger. Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah, buddy, where you go? Yeah, what's up, what doing? How you doing? I'm doing good, doing good. What's up with you? And how much, good to hear you out there. There was a while there where you were very scarce on the radio. Well, my mother had a heart attack, and I had to spend a couple of weeks out of town taking care of her. Oh, I hear you, man. Sorry to hear about that. Yeah, that's always bad. For 92 years old, she's doing pretty good. She's a lot better. Back around November and December, it was kind of scary, but she's doing a lot better now. It's good to hear that, man. At least you still have your parents. All right, going. Yeah, I've been lucky. My dad's 93 and my mother is 92, but they're definitely showing their age. I don't know how much longer they got. Well, God willing, it'll make you to 105. I doubt it. I truly hope there is life after death because, their bodies are wearing out and Dad can't see much at all anymore and Mother's vision is going too. So, there comes a point where I'm like, well, if there is life after death and they, get a new body and all that, then, how long do you want to hold on to them if it gets to a point where, yeah. I hear you, man, because as you start getting older, and there's a lot of people on the radio who can testify to this, man, your body just starts deteriorating. I remember there was one of the Supreme Court justices that retired. He was getting up in age, and he died not long after. But I remember they asked him why he was retiring, and he said, I'm falling apart. Oh, yeah, definitely falling apart. Yeah, he definitely had that kind of New York accent, but that's what he said. I'm falling apart. Sure enough, about a year later, he died. Well, I'll tell you what, man, all I doing was doing tile in the kitchen, and man, it was kicking my butt. I know, I gotta get this dang winter fan off me too, because it slows me down, The thing is that if I cut back on the calories this time of year, then I get cold easy. Having a little, some good fattening dinner helps keep you warm in the winter. So I guess I'll have to wait till it warms up a little and then try to get that winter fat off of me. Well, I'll tell you, with these cold days, the virus, since last March, I put on 12 pounds. I put on a few, I always put on a few pounds between Christmas and Thanksgiving and just the winter. And and then I try to take it off so around March and April. So, but usually the second weekend of February it starts warming up.
Yeah, I started working on it. I'm losing a little bit of weight now, but man, that 12 pounds would kill me.
I tell you what, I probably got 12, 15 pounds on me right now. I don't know, maybe I'd like to get 20 off. I can definitely tell when I have to climb up some stairs that I'm carrying more weight than I'm used to.
Hello, Ryan.
Right, definitely. All right, Dave, Razor. Nice talking to you. I'm going to sit on the side and see if somebody else wants to get in there.
All right, wait, dude. We'll talk to you later, and I hear you.
There's the dead battery.
All right, I got the battery out. Now I got a better battery, and this one was completely dead. It wouldn't even bite my tongue there, right?
Yeah, your audio did come up.
10-4. All right, appreciate it. Yeah, I had 2 new batteries over here. I got like, 20 mics that I use on different radios are sitting right here, plus the other ones, and I got to keep batteries in all of them. So, I mean, they just, you use one week and you let them sit, and some of these mics, I think they burn up the batteries whether they're on or not,
Yeah, the Turner Plus 3, you got to be careful with those. It's got that key down bar. You sit over there and accidentally set another mic on top of it, and then you pick up your battery dead because it's been keyed down the whole time it's been sitting there.
Sam's Cola again.
10-4. Yeah, this mic, I'm not that crazy about it. It's okay. There's no gain on it that I know unless maybe you go inside of it. I haven't really checked it out. And there's no hole on the bottom to turn anything like the Turner, like on a Johnson 220, a Johnson 50th anniversary. Its desk mic looks like, a Turner Plus 3, or even the one for the Brown and Golden Eagle Mark IV. But it doesn't have that gold cone on it. And you go in the bottom of it and turn that, little hole through the hole. This one doesn't have anything. It is controlled solely by the knob on the radio.
Well, I'll just stick with my Tug 8D1A4. That's my favorite CB mic of all time. I guess if I couldn't get that, it'd be the Turner Plus 3.
Yeah. Well, this one here just matches the radio, and it's got the 3-pin plug on it, so that's what I went with. I just wanted to get being this old radio night, have the premium mic that they made at the time, and I missed one another week. Man, I was wanting to buy that radio, but I already got 3 of them. The Courier Royale, it had the koozie and everything, and a Courier power desk mic. This thing was great, man. It was ugly looking, but it had a roller knob on it that was vertical, where you could turn it and see the knob, see the numbers on it, and then it had some other feature that I liked. And they wanted $149 for the radio plus shipping, and I just couldn't do it. But I had a lady off of Facebook make me a cover for my Royale that's made out of purple felt with gold striping all around it, just like the original one. And she only charged me $25 for the thing. I give her more money though, and I'm gonna get her to make me some more radio covers. But I found the material on eBay and told her what kind I wanted to get, the purple felt, and she found the gold piping stuff that goes on the top of it, and it looks just like the original almost, except it doesn't have any writing. I won't take and find a monogram shop and have them put Courier Royale on it and then my unit number on there. I'm not going to put all that other stuff on there and see, get that, and it'll be really nice. Just something stupid that I do,
Yeah, you just gotta take it to the extreme on everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing about my friend Crazy Ken from the CB Radio.
Got your
Ken,
on top.
it's always all or nothing with him. I don't think he's ever mediocre or middle of the road on anything.
Right.
He gets send us something. He blows the budget.
Leaving Atlanta Airport, and it was snowing so bad down there that they closed the airport when I was in the air, and you couldn't even land. Ron couldn't land. He had to go.
So is anybody found a radio tech in this area?
Cornbread with butter. Oh, yeah. I'll let me
A radio
I'm
check.
going to have to make some cornbread.
No, a radio tech.
Let me tell you what I did, Butterbean, the other week for New Year's dinner. I made the usual thing. You know, I went and bought like 4 already cut up bags of collard greens, which was 3 bags too many. Still got collard greens frozen in freezer. I got the field peas, and I didn't use black-eyed peas. I don't like them that much. And I got I don't know what else we had, but I made the cornbread out of hush puppy mix with the onions in it. Man, it was good. I still got some left. The hush puppy mix, House Autry hush puppy mix, and it's cornbread with onion stuff in it. It was great. I still got some.
Well, supposedly, I found out that some guy I know, it's either Trolley Road or Old Trolley Road, in one of the plazas. He typically, he works on stereos, but he will do CB radios.
I'm back, 21.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, is Mike's radio repair still accepting radios or not?
Well, I read stuff on Facebook about it that he's backed up about 9 months back up. He's you have to get a slip to send in first, and then he'll send back or whatever. But somebody that knows him says that he's still alive and he's still doing it, but he's just not really communicating with anybody. He's so busy, supposedly. And but I'm not going to send him a radio till, you know, I'd like to send him one that I've got, but I'm not going to do it right now till I find out he's really okay.
Yeah. That Mark guy that works on the Bearcats, he's a pretty knowledgeable guy. I don't know that he's doing repair, but he's definitely a smart guy. The one that built that expansion board for the Union and Bearcat 980s.
Oh, yeah.
Mark, what is it, 1990 something or another, whatever it is?
He's on YouTube, right?
Yeah, he's the one that figured out, he built that board they put in the Bearcat 980 after everybody else said it couldn't be done.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure he can do the minor things on the radio. If he can build something like that, I mean, he could probably build a whole motherboard, you know?
Have you noticed on his videos that sometimes when he talks he has an English accent and sometimes he talks he doesn't?
I don't know why.
Well, I don't think he's really English, but I noticed you go to some of his videos and there's no English accent, and then you go to another video and he's talking like this and for the whole video, and then you go to another one and there's no English accent.
I'd like to make a trip up there to Swansea, up there to that guy at the CB shop up there at that road before you get to Columbia on up that way near the flea market, they said, in Swansea. Trying to eat this pecan pie. And he took over that CB shop from the older guy, and More Junkie has got that on his video page about meeting the guy and showing him around. You're showing him around, and evidently the guy's got a Suburban or something set up for a shootout truck, so he must know what he's talking about. And I'd like to go up there and meet him, and Butterbean wants to find out when I'm going so he can meet, not Butterbean, More Junkie. Butterbean can come too. More Junkie wants to meet me up there when we get ready to go. Why'd you go to sleep?
No, I was just thinking about something. This week, this past week or two, really about last week, I guess, I was listening to some of the online SDR receivers, and apparently Channel 35 is like Channel 35 lower sideband in Australia is like our 38 lower sideband. I was listening to different online programmable SDR receivers, and different parts of Australia. I was bouncing around different parts of the continent far enough that weren't local, and those guys are all talking skip back and forth. But it looks like if you really want to hear Australia when the skip's running that direction, you need to get a 35 lower sideband.
Okay.
I just found that interesting.
Mr. Mudduck, what sideband channel is the best?
Well, I was listening on the west coast and then on the southern coast, different places, and listening. In some cases, hearing the same guys talking, but I mean, I was, several hundred miles apart from different receivers, so it was definitely, I never knew where the guys were local, but I was hearing them skip, within 800,000 miles apart.
Yeah, remember when we was up there talking to Postman 06, Mr. 06 Postman, and, what's his name, Mouth of the South, went back down to 28 and said, yeah, they're up there talking up there on 38 lower side, Australia. And they said, who's up there? 21 and that kid, Night Ranger.
Yeah. Well, I'm still a kid on the inside, just the body doesn't match anymore. But yeah, and Mr. Mudduck confirmed it. Mr. Mudduck came over to my channel, and I was mentioned it to him, and he confirmed that was like their 38 lower sideband down there.
Okay. Snoopy's up there in Canada, base Snoopy. He was on here a while ago, and another fella from up in that area, and I think they were on something like 34 upper side or something like that, one time up that way. I don't know.
Man, I remember, this is probably back in the 80s, 90s at the latest, probably 80s.
Oh,
There was a
man.
girl that used to talk on sideband up in Canada.
Yeah, man.
And she had kind of a French, she was speaking English, but she had kind of a French accent. Oh my gosh. That was one of the sexiest voices I think I've ever heard on the CB radio. Between her and this other girl named Lisa in Hollywood, Florida, I used to talk to. I was dialing around the band. I was probably still in my 20s. And I heard that girl in Canada. Holy crap, listen to that voice.
10-4.
Yeah, she could have been a 300-pounder, but man alive, the voice she had would definitely make a young man stop and listen. I'm not sure one.
Yeah, come on.
Hey, who's that you in there talking with?
That's Night Ranger.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. I didn't want to say the wrong name there. Top easy to you there, Night Radio, Night Man and Country Drill. Hey, Night Man, trying to get around Mike's corner. I'm about ready to split up some wood and get a fire going in here this evening, but I've been being kind of lazy and not wanting to get out there and get some wood burned in. I think I was going to have to turn it on, but this old 10-tube Phantom wanted to rim up rather nicely. Yes, sir. Yeah, how about it, young man? What's going on? What's ahead? Hey, top easy to you right now. Right back to you there, young man. Good to hear you out there. Yeah, man, just
Hey, pal, put that back in your pants. All right.
start up a little over here.
Hey.
Just glad to know I can make it to the other side of that SSB river.
This brings it in pretty good.
Right, you. All right, man. Hey, John, man. Good to hear you out there. I'm on the other side. Yeah, same to you there, White Dog. Yeah, that thing sounded good over here in Collegeville, man. Sure enough. Well, Mother Nature's helping everybody tonight.
Hollywood, Florida. I used to live that, man. Channel 17 was the big channel in the 90s, and then Memphis Boy and Bell CB. Yeah. I had some stuff LCB did for me.
And no takers. And no takers.
Yeah, what happened to Firecracker?
Firecracker is in the process of rearranging his setup, Roger.
Yeah, 10-4. I talked to Nehi the other day. I couldn't hear him very well on the Dirty Ranger night antenna, and if I'd had the shockwave, I could have got him real easy. I tried doing it on the beams, but I didn't do very good on the flat side. So, but he was talking to somebody else. The guy knew who I was, and I just couldn't quite get him in there. Those two was talking there, Roger.
Yeah, 10-4. Yeah, I thought it was not too long ago. Sure enough, there's a few fellas over there on that side that get out there and make some noise.
Yeah, now let me ask you, does he have any scopes or anything like that as far as working on radios? Can he be, is he like able to diagnose a serious problem on a radio, or just kind of like put parts in and things like that? I mean, more than an average person type thing.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure, what kind of test equipment he's got. I know every radio I've taken to him, he's taken care of whatever the problem was, or tuned it and tweaked it, or set it however, and everything he's done has been damn up, so that's about all I can say about it.
Yeah, Roger, on that there. Yeah, I got one older radio. I want to get it lined up a little bit, get it aligned there. And so I just bought another Brown and Eaglet 2 mobile radio. I'm pretty sure they're made by Pearce company. It's got it's a nice radio, 23 channel mobile, made by Browning. I think, well, it's sold by Browning. Eaglet 2. It's got part of a silver face on, made out of silver with the name on it engraved in it, and it's a fancy radio. And I've got one just like it, but I can hear people talking. I just can't find them. This one here has got the box and everything. Only paid $17 for it.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Well, all you can do is call the man and ask him, and he's straightforward, if he can, feels like he can fix it, he'll tell you. If not, he'll tell you as well, that's why one of the main things I like about him, he's straightforward about it, he don't try to sneak on you on any level, regardless of what it is.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get White Dog to hook up with him, get White Dog to get with him there, and do it that way. See, White Dog could give me the radio, and then, we could run around downtown somewhere, and maybe you could, I don't know how close he is to your place, but somehow or another get it to him or something like that. I don't know. But that was just an idea. White Dog can't drive that far at night. He don't drive that far there,
Yeah, 10-4. Yeah, we can definitely make something happen like that, and just to make you feel comfortable. Yeah, he'll get his radio back if it goes out to that fella there He'll definitely get it back there, Roger.
Oh, yeah. I've talked to him for years, Danny's a nice guy there. I just never met him. But back when I had my shooting stars up there, the 4-element vertical, 4-element flat, I could get him. I was about 70 feet high with them, and I could get him on the vertical, real good. But since I got the flat side beams, I haven't, been able to get him, and my shock wave has went out. So the other one's okay, but it's not high enough, and just different things. So anyway, and I can't run a whole bunch of power on it there. I blow it up, so can't do that. But all right, they're not, man. Maybe that White Dog will try to see if he wants to hook it up there somehow.
Oh yeah, 10-4. I can send that number to you. If you guys number, or I could just tell it to him. He don't mind that number going out there. Somebody wants to inquire about it, or you go there.
Yeah, 10-4. Well, I don't have anything to write it down on right now there. Not man. Maybe White Dog might.
I can text it to you.
Yeah, you can do that. You got my number, don't you?
Yes, sir. I do believe so.
Okay, that'll be great. Yeah, just text it to me, and I'll just keep on talking on the radio whenever you want to do it. Don't have to be right now. Anytime. The texts don't go bad there, right?
That's right. I did some swapping and trading a couple weeks ago. Got a whole looks like a type of rack system there, about 2 foot, as wide as a rack mount system there, 3 foot deep, 5 foot tall. Yeah, it's got one of the deals in there had a couple of those 500Z tubes in it. One of them was busted, but the other one was good. And it had those, I didn't realize what they were called, but they were called the tube chimneys. The tube chimneys, the glass chimney that sat over top of them. That's the first time I've ever seen one of them.
Yeah, that's got the blower pressurized. Well, it blows from underneath. That's the better kind, because those 3500Zs, the pins get red hot on them, and they'll actually melt the solder. I just did one a couple of weeks ago when we was out there battling out there on the thing I was driving. The box is too hard, and I melted one of the pins out of there, and so I had to pull it out and resoldered. I did that the other day. Night Ranger does it all the time. Certain tubes will do it. Even if you got new sockets, or new sockets, or whatever you want to call them, it'll still do it. And but the one thing I did, and I forgot to do, I'd put a computer fan up underneath mine where it would run off a little plug in the wall wart, and just turn it on, let it run, and it would cool those pins down. Mine is blowing on the top of the side of the tubes. It don't get anything hardly underneath there. And but now the Drake L4B, like somebody has, theirs has got the chimneys in them, and I think Henry's got it too. I'm not sure. Has a Henry got them there, Night Ranger? Oh, he must have gone.
Yeah, I like that setup that I told them off of. It's like a rack setup that slides right out of that cabinet. And I seen where the fan was on the bottom, and it blew up through the bottom there, the way those sockets are made, compared to this, this Heath kit.
Yeah, the Heath kit just blows on the back of the tubes there, and but I hope you don't throw that old tube away.
What's that? The one that I got 2 tubes that were in that deal, and then it wasn't until I got it to the house and actually to take them apart that there was a piece of glass busted out the bottom of the tube, like something had hit it. The tube ain't burned out. The tube itself looks new and clean and good to go, but
Yeah, what I need off the top of it, I want to buy it from if you want to get rid of it. There's a fitting on the top of the tube where the anode on the top that comes out. There's a heat sink on there. I don't need the heat sink. I need that fitting that is tightened down to the top of the tube to the anode coming out. That the heat sink is attached to, and then the wire goes on that. I don't need that part. I just need that other part. I bought two 3500Zs EMAC tubes. That's supposed to be brand new about 2 years ago. Real good deal, but they didn't have those fittings on it, and I've been trying to find some there if you want to sell that thing.
Oh man, I'll give that to you. I'll give that to you. I should have kept that one that blew on me. I had a 500Z. It was a China. I can't remember the name of it, and it was a China on the thing. I thought I knew it was a China tube. I saw the gun blue, and I don't know it was because my 2995, the power regulator went and it was dead key and full power, or it's the tube blowing actually, shot power back into the radio and blew the power regulator. But anyhow, I did wind up throwing that tube away there. But this one I got right here, yeah, you can add that top piece off of it, no problem.
What brand is it? Do you know?
Yes, what do you call it? The EMAC. I gotta say, now here in front of me is the EMAC.
That's what I need there. Some of them don't have that fitting that it's on the very top of the tube, and then the heat sink screws on top of that, and then the wire screws on top of that,
Oh yeah. I had to change that. Like I say, I blew that one, and I replaced the fuse and pulled that out and put the original EMAC tube that I had, gotten with the box and put that back in, and I think it was just fine. But anyhow, yeah, I got that tube sitting right here, man. I can wrap it up and toss it in the truck there, and I'm sure I'll cross your path sometime there.
Yeah, Roger on that. That'll be great, man. That'll get me with one spare one, And I'll tell you how stupid I was. I bought two graphite tubes from RF Parts Company, and I wanted to put a better heat sink that I had off an EMAC on there. Well, that fitting on the top of that tube was different, a different size a little bit. So I was reaming it out and then I said, well, let me tap it down on there a little bit. And I just barely tapped the top of that thing, and the whole damn top of the tube busted out. Damn tube wasn't 3 months old.
Oh, man. Yes, sir. That's called learning the hard way.
Yeah, don't tap on them.
That's right. Sure enough not. But yeah, like I said, I did some trading, and I did the trading for the tubes. And man, you pulled the rack out before it actually came all the way out, and you look down on the tubes and had them angle everything low, and they both of them look good. And the rack system deal I got, I didn't care whether anything worked on it. Somebody raped a lot of parts out of it. It was like a PA, so I don't know. This big old cabinet with a big old fan on the top that blows down in it, and you can take your right mount radios and slide them right in and bolt them in.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, heavy. It's a steel cabinet, man. It's got the steel casters on the bottom of it. But like I say, one of the deals that was mounted in there had two of those tubes in it. And that's what I got it for. They wanted until I got home and took the attachment deals off the top and pulled the chimneys off and then pulled the tubes out. That when I went to go pull that back tube out, I seen it as soon as I pulled it up.
Yeah, that's something else.
That's all right. It'll still worth it, for the one tube. And like I say, I might decide to do with that, whatever setup that was, that's got the sockets and the fan that blows it up, through the chimneys. It looked like that was a part of the amp setup that might need a good, that might be a Frankenstein project, but I got a couple tubes that, I got one in that 450 and the one I just got that, I could maybe play with something like that, but that'd probably be a Frankenstein project there, Roger.
Yeah, that's the best kind, man. They always like to say home brew, home brew. I never did like that. Never did like that term, home brew. Seemed kind of, I don't know what it seemed like, but that just sounded kind of, I don't know. But Frankenstein's better for me.
Yeah, man. 10-4. Well, I did 21. I enjoyed the conversation, man. Sure enough. And I'm going to get back and go find this cup of coffee. I know I made it. Put it down somewhere. I thought I set it down in here next to me. I didn't realize it, then I wouldn't reach for it, and it was gone.
I hear you. Yeah, I got to get ready for Old Tube Radio Network. It's coming on at 11 o'clock tonight. If you hadn't got anything else to do, check it out on YouTube. It's called Old Tube Radio Network. Comes out of Fresno, California at 11 o'clock at our time. I think 8 o'clock out there at their time. Dennis Thompson and them, they've been doing it for about 30 years out there, and everybody checks in, and then they talk on the radios that they have, and he shows what the radios that they're talking on. There'll be maybe Brown and Golden Eagles, might be trams, could be sonar radio, anything, Some of them you never even seen before, like weird-looking radios, like the General from out in Burbank, California, the General Radio Telephone Company, and never see them over here on the East Coast too much. Maybe a serviceman or something, possibly in the Navy, might have had some and brought them over here, but you just didn't ever really see them. Over here it's more like Johnson's and, things like that. So back in the day, but real interesting show. Old Tube Radio Network. Okay, Not Man, I enjoyed it. We'll get with you later. This 21, we're going to be standing by.
All right, 21, like I said, enjoy it. We'll get up with you. Oh, Not Man. We're going to try to stir it up somewhere else on the band.
Well, I guess White Dog's gone as well.
No, right here.
10-4. I just found out my clock is not keeping the right time. Wait a minute. It is. I thought it said 10:23. It's got 10:43. That's right. The roller clock is right on this old radio.
I hear you. Tell you, man, you put that battery in your money, man, now you saw it yourself.
Yeah, like I was telling Crazy Man, it's, I've got all kind of mics over here, and I put batteries in them and all, but I don't use them all at the time. They just sit there, and I quit using those Dollar Tree 9-volt batteries. They're okay for a little while, but they're not that good, and those 10-year batteries, those are the thing. Those 10-year ones, like you put in a smoke alarm, those are good, but they're like two of them are like $16, Yeah,
I wonder yourself.
Right. Well, I got equalizer. I got the copper top. I got the what you call it, alkaline, and the all the real good ones, and so, but also some industrial type that I've been using, and do pretty good. But they all wear out after a while. You want to keep them up. Some of them are a little bit more than damn thing popping. Some of them a little bit more than 9 volts, and that's okay.
Have you tried those new energizer? I don't know what they call.
I don't know. That's what I got. I'm looking at. It's an Energizer, but I don't know what the new thing is. There's one of them that the Energizer that I got the other day. I think it's the 10-year Energizer battery for
Yeah, that's probably the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's like solid silver.
Yeah, I've been wanting to try that, but going to store with the Ben half, and she looks at that price and not so good.
10-4. Well, if it helps you out and it lasts a lot longer, you'd be, buy that and you don't have to worry about it leaking out. Some of those batteries, they'll leak on you, like that copper top battery. They've been known to leak more than others, and I don't know why that they do that. I guess they chemical reaction, and but I know those Dollar Tree batteries, they're bad about that. I had some AA batteries in a walkie-talkie, and they started leaking inside, and it don't take much of that crap to ruin them,
Oh, I hear you, man. Yeah, I lost a couple of lights like that.
All right there, Felix. Yeah, I'm getting ready to get out of here.
Yeah, well, I'm getting ready to get out of here so I can get on that old tube radio network, and I'm going to let it run just for a few more minutes. I guess Crazy Man, he's already been going to sleep about maybe 10 o'clock there, 4:10.
I hear you. All right, kid, 21. Enjoy it. We'll catch you next weekend.
10-4. Well, you heard about Knee-High out there working on radios, right?
Yeah, 10-4. He does tube work.
Well, what do you need this tubes fixed? That DAC?
Yeah, I want that DAC, but it's not tubes. It's a sticky receive. What do you call it there?
Yeah, I don't think he's worried about the two tubes in there. Those people, they say, oh, it's got tubes in it. Well, you're not messing with the tubes. That ain't no big deal. The rest of the radio in there is still 12 volts. Only thing is the volts up there is in that other separate part sitting over to the side. I don't know why they make a big deal out of that, but I'm sure he can take care of it there. It sounds like a stick and relay to me.
Yeah, that's what you had said before. But I'm not going to get in there. I don't know crap about that.
Yeah. I just did it today to this amp right here. It was sticking. Receive wasn't working. It would key up good, but you couldn't hear anything. So I took it apart and took the bottom off, and found it up underneath there and had to move it out of the way to get to it. And drug a dollar bill through it and was spraying it real good with a real good contact cleaner that's got a little bit of lubricant on it. And it's doing fine now. I'm talking on it right now. It's a little small amp, it'll 300 right there. That's all it'll do. And it's just a dozy 300 on a bird meter, probably be 100 watts, But it's a nice little amp there for sure. So got the old Pearce Simpson Simba SSB 23 channel sideband radio and the Pearce Simpson desk mic. That's what I'm using right now. White Dog, I enjoyed it, man, and we'll get back with you. And I appreciate you getting in there.
All right, kid, 21. Definitely sounded real good this evening. Got the old White Dog over here signing off.
Oh. Oh. I hear anybody else out there? Nobody. Okay, Mr. Mud Duck, thank you there at 83. I'm going to check out Old Tube Radio Network on YouTube at 11 o'clock. I guess it'll be Sunday morning down here in Australia. Here, Mr. Mud Duck, stomping on your floor. Have a good night. Right. Three p.m. Sunday. Wow, I done typed so many things. I just kept on typing. Crap, I got 400 words. Almost supposed to have 200. They need to quit that crap. I'm just going to go back to 200. Let's see. Okay, good night. I got limited to 200. Stupid.